Take it easy.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device. Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy, a treasure trove of collected knowledge. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions, the Akasha Terminal. As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha Terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more...
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling...
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time. Here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle...
It kind of looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Oh, says this little doodad lets you access knowledge. Maybe we can use it to find a way to... May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom. Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing! It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam! You get it!
Exactly. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let Paimon try. 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now is... Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Oh, come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like... Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it? You too? Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of it. Huh. Could it be because we're outlet? Well, he's from Sumeru, and even has a position... Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh,
How
it's
can
not
my own
far
brother
from the
say
city's
something
gate.
like that about me?
Let's head over and have a... Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me.
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't...
Here! This is a letter from Tainari!
Oh, let me see... Oh! Ooh, what a relief. You two nearly scared the life out of me. So, you two just have some questions for me? Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information.
We want to meet with with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha. Sorry, the Akasha didn't
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information?
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Surasthana or made a public appearance.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
Aw, but...
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing. In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha and things you can never accomplish. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year. Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6th grades, hey, come on. This is a...
Paimon's expectations were pretty low, so what do we do now? Even if we want? Huh? Like who? Oh, you're right! Catherine! The Adventurers Guild has it.
Astra Abyssosk. Hello, Traveler and Paimon.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do...
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to look...
Aww, another dead end.
Please do not worry. I may know... In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so an Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing...
Corps of 30? What a...
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception. Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rexar. You're welcome. I wish you two the best of luck.
All right, off to the Citadel of Rexar we go!
Trust me, just take my word for it. Yeah.
Take it easy. How was I so wrong?
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Osfond. We'd like to ask you about something.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Wait, seriously? That's it?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as we originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. We don't beg gods for their aid. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late Greater Lord Rugadavada. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rugadavada and hold her in greater esteem. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists. And that's all.
Really? Aw. After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ha! But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it. Besides, I'm sure the God of Wisdom doesn't worry about her reputation among people like us.
All right. Well, thanks for the info, Osfond.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
Seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for... Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the... Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully
Okay, and then what?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. Oh, Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing.
Yeah, thanks for the story! Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
In a way. It seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon's.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us anything else about her?
Of course. So, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now.
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened? It looks like they're searching for someone. This stinks! Let's see if we can get rid.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple...
Did she have bandages wrapped?
Yes, that's her.
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
You might have been long gone by...
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those...
Really? Thank you so much. Uh-oh, looks like there's...
Huh? More of them?
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port...
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep an eye...
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait! Stand down, Dia!
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped...
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some...
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you,
don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to. Because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want—
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least—
Fine, I won't ask you to return, but let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say—
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've...
I'm fine, really.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so—
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join—
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You just can't beat the atmosphere here.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Ha! Don't you
you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself?
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and but please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now? Aw, Paimon kinda wanted to try something fancy.
How about our coconut charcoal cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass. What do you have against my slime dishes? Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost no—
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon?
Huh?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you. Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, You really do know everything. Dinner's odd. Is there anything you want? What? Not really. I can't go anywhere. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen. But can you make my illness go away? Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now. Then, can you...
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me. And beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Teyvat. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother, but I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Teyvat. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world. Nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zerus festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zerus festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zerus festival, forget any funding. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aww, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zerus festival to this day. But I hadn't met, but recently, I made a friend there who also followed. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilou? The one who sends flowers to the...
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she...
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared. I've agreed with Nilou to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today and see how...
Sure, that's quite the trip, though.
No, that would be too much.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows?
But of course. Nilou will be thrilled to hear there are more people...
Take it easy.
Sorry I'm late, Nilou.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City, and are—
So you're followers from another land? That's wonderful. You two absolutely mustn't miss the sub. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular.
You're very welcome. It's the only—
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage performances.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sub-Zerus festival anymore. Thank the Dendra Archon for Dunyarzad. But the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become
It's our dream.
Nilou, what are you gonna be doing?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zerus, the most important
Dunyarzad, have you told them the origin of the—
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser—
Okay. Then I'll tell you too about— According to legend, the Sub-Zerus festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for a long, long time ago. On one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friend— Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing, so the Goddess of Flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful parisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if..." Of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. But Sumeru's gods also had happy times. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the Goddess of Flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the Divine, we still have to do our—
Nilou, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered parisaras around the stage.
They symbolize the Goddess of Flowers, after all. It's just a shame that all the real parisaras went extinct after her death.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth parisaras in memory of the Goddess of Flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that, I'd be thrilled if I had just 2 real parisaras on the stage. So, Traveler—
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Hey, come on! There's nothing wrong with enjoying a festival.
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zerus festival together?
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler and Paimon, if that doesn't sound interesting to you, then feel free to explore the area. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali.
In that case, we'll take a look. Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look so funny? Are you an Outlander? Did you know that the Sabzeruz Festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some fest, and when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the
dancing at the As a child, I even asked my grandmother why My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity, and on the Sabzeruz festival has been losing its appeal over the years.
Life is so dull.
Nilou, you're out.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the
Wow.
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone. Of course. The legends say that...
Let's see. What else have I not been seeing?
Huh. Revamping the stage for the fest. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances... I mean...
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like... Catherine! Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon.
Whoa. Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated function, but saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day. But take you two, for example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about her brother.
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along the way.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere. Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading.
All right, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way,
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro, after all. See you around.
There's something really different about Catherine today.
Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey, Dia.
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to...
Are you serious?
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions. My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilou's found a place for her to rest.
Sounds like a plan. Let's head over to the Citadel of Rexar and wait
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad... Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had...
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blush.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with... Oh, hey, Chief.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here? And...
I take it...
We met this morning after the adventures.
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin since you've already mentioned the theft.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about... Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for lead.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial... The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city...
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves.
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know.
If you're also interested.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for the Scarlet King." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real...
You bet they are. The Scarlet King's been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia! And you too, Osfon! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment...
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival, so be sure to get yourselves back. Good! Then we'll see you both at the...
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly an open
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But, Osford told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon does doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're academic? Well, given all the people that come through here every day.
Welcome.
Hi there. We would like to ask you.
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City, many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia, let alone graduate. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Ah, you see over there? Those are students from the academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the...
Those students seem to be...
Does nothing for newlyweds the most.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that...
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be... Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about the Scarlet King and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again?
They're called Ain el Ahmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are at. I've heard that Ain al-Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with $500,000...
Wait, did you say $500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to...
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all...
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of research? And so, what's our plan? Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us $500,000 more! Oh, all right. Paimon never... Port Ormos is pretty great. There's so many new and interesting... Sumeru's largest commercial port sure lives up to its name.
How did things...
All thanks to your artistic license. That's how.
But when I finished the prototype Aranara yesterday, you agreed that the kids would like it.
Well, I never...
Oh, what should we do?
Whoa. Yeah. Compared to everyone else, they seem really down in the dumps. Let's go find out what's going on. Hey there! Paimon's name is Paimon, and she's a traveler who was just passing by. Is there something...
Oh, I noticed you two a moment ago. Welcome to Akara Crafts. The best... what's bothering us is this prototype Aranara.
Prototype Aranara? You mean...
Oh, no. The prototype Aranara is something that brings...
Not the first negative feedback we've had.
So, what exactly is a...
So for context, Aranara are magical creatures for the store's 20th anniversary. We plan to release a series of... This is a prototype we made to get in... But when we put it out there, the
They thought it looked like a mushroom too, huh?
No, worse than that, actually. I can't quite...
This is not an Aranara. I've read Uncle Tanja's Aranara and the Ill Little Fungus. It says that...
Toys do look better. Uncle Tonder said in Aranara's vow that you can deceive the eyes, but you can't deceive... This carving makes me feel lost and confused inside. I don't think the creator put...
Ooh, didn't put his heart in. Kassid and Alia didn't like this carving, but I think it's okay. It doesn't look too happy, so it's got a bit of...
Oh, a pet!
Yeah, so I would totally ask my dad to get it for me.
Oh, well, that took a sudden turn for the worse. We asked the children for their opinions.
Oh, how did it go? Has it maybe, Oh, this is such a shame.
Oh, the kids kept mentioning an uncle...
Uncle Tanger is a famous child. He wrote quite a few stories in the past, but around a year or so ago, he suddenly had a eureka moment.
That's right. We asked Tanja for guidance. But right after we were running out of time, so we had no choice but to carve an... As you can see...
Oh, we have to... Hey! Since you're the famous traveler, he doesn't have to come in person if he's... please, if only to put a smile...
They seem pretty desperate. Yep. This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot the group.
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of the Scarlet...
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of...
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick...
Yeah, with boss's fervent devotion, he'll...
All these guys talk about...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when the Scarlet King exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the chance later.
Welcome.
Huh? Who are you? What do you want? A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it? Huh?
Oh! Sorry! She must have grabbed the wrong amount! Hey, what do you think you're doing? Oh, Paimon can't stand this.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right! We heard you mention the Scarlet King just now. We're actually interested to know...
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess... As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of the Scarlet King. Years ago, the Scarlet King founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. The Scarlet King was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes! That shameless wretch destroyed the Scarlet King's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. But But the story doesn't end there, oh no. The Scarlet King isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their true god will suffer retribution together. If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of the Scarlet King. I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation—
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
You again? Deranged academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things uncomfortable for you. Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more you're worth.
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like—
I told you the other day.
Ha! The boss made it—
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not preclude him from changing his mind.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Teyvat. If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere following through of a few business deals. I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Otherwise, he might— Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for—
Mr. Iman, there appears to be fewer staff in the rest— Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got up, plus he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. Let's catch up with him and ask some questions. He went that way! After him!
Welcome.
Should I adjust the shipping? What's going on? How can there be Kairagi here?
Wait up! It's Al-Hatham, right?
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they— All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses!
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring about a student? Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah! She's really strong! What?
She doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Maybe not, but she could still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting.
All right, I accept. Got a pen and paper? We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't...
So, since you were happy to give us...
You were willing to part with 500,000 more? Okay. Well, if you truly are... Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so...
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too. What else?
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before. This is what you've been looking for.
Huh? Paimon can't tell what it is. It looks like some kind of ornament.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules confer their contents without any requisites.
That's amazing!
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess or trade them. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world who are dissatisfied with life as designed for them by the Akasha and wish to change their fate. Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means to Mora for the Eremites. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens and hapless academia students. Well, I think that about sums it up. Oh, so that's your true objective. With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer. You're still resolved. Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something. I need you to find someone named Dory. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. She's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon become one of Dory's customers and earn her
Why do you want us to meet with her?
until you complete this task. You don't have question privilege.
Fine.
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she...
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye. I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality...
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time! We don't know how to tell which one...
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh? That's a surprise. Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the...
Try inspecting them with element...
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally... That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it... However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password. And here's the... Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch... Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been...
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to... Okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come find...
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a traitor near old...
Take it easy.
Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy? What a unique palette. We have...
Following the paper got us past the first...
Roanoke, these two want to buy unripe...
Got it. You two, please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't...
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru Rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing mourning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
The warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me. Before I retrieve your products, please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
No, that's not it. The paper said that heat stroke is the He's cautious of us. Let's take a close...
Before I retreat, please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that...
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style? Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your... Okay, everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot, it's the Matra! Run!
What? The Matra? Where? Oh, Hatham said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant. He ran that way. Look, he's over there.
Take it easy.
Hey, if you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way. Another password. Oh, that foot.
Here, over here. You can stop running now.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These two good customers wish to buy some hara fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else...
Oh, very good.
Huh? Wait, you're Dory?
Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, but it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also...
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be...
I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. No matter how much more they might have. Not only will they get caught by the Matra, but they'll also get... So that's why it's your first time here. But don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough, as long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good. Ah, yes, of course.
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in serious trouble if the Matra...
What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hilichurls.
Yeesh. Who would want to be an
Or how about the architecture? With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and...
Ooh, now
2 million Mora. Whoa! Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire.
All right, let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned.
You've...
We'll take these, please and thank you.
My, oh my! You are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are a rare breed. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you
Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million! But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 more. Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this can. Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on, come on! We still have around 100,000 of Alhaitham's moral left, so let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you.
Excellent! Then please, select from...
Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could...
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million more each.
Uh-oh. Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these. So, what did you see? So, they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the more's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Dory, we'll take this one.
All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be...
Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Alhaitham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Ha! You two made it.
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup?
Well, Wakela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia...
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcha won't come here.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about...
Before that, I have to ask. Why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer.
Yeah, she just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. When we heard that the Academia had lost something that...
In that case, you're on the right. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge...
Wow! There's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we...
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge capsule truly is. As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious... Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no victor. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I finally managed to reach a tentative... I agreed to forego ownership of the divine knowledge capsule in exchange for the opportunity. However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation. So they adamantly believe that the divine knowledge capsule contains the Scarlet King's power, and that he will return to this world when they...
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate?
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating with me. The divine knowledge capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will... Unless I know whose hands the divine knowledge capsule ends up in, my agreement... Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue...
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory?
Yes, you can say that. The day after tomorrow, Go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the Divine Knowledge Cap. If I get the opportunity to study the Divine Knowledge Capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation? Okay. Then
Haytham, before you go, we actually...
You two want to try using a... Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though.
Everywhere's the same.
Alright, this place works.
Here.
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a rare find these days, since most have been taken by the Eremites to augment their battle capabilities.
Really? Yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles. While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests.
Wow! Haytham! You must have been one of those, Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academia.
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity. All right, let's begin the test.
The fuse is lit!
Gotcha!
All right. The next step is to hold it in your hand. I'll help you.
Hey, how are you feeling? You mean that it...
All right. Time for round 2. Now, I'll start recording data.
Haytham,
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve her combat capability.
Wait! How much? Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed...
Of course, this could be because she is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a substantial increase. At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. I'm heading back to Ikela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time.
Next on the agenda...
Dory today and ask her about where the divine knowledge capsule is.
Take it easy.
Welcome back, my loyal patrons. What can I do for you this time? You name it. Can knowledge, supplies, or anything else you need. I'll find a way to get it. Where there's a waterfall of Mora.
Can you really get us anything we want? Anything?
Aha! So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please oblige me. Tell me what you have in mind. Oh! I knew customers with pockets as deep as yours would undoubtedly crave, but you know, that kind of information. After all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auction site. But
how can we be sure your information is accurate? Paimon's
because to me, anything of value is what I consider to be my supply. As for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. That way, no one can dispute it. It's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The divine knowledge
M.S.C.
So you're already familiar. The group has done everything in their power to obtain the divine knowledge. That divine knowledge capsule is unlike any other canned knowledge I've seen before. It was glowing bright red. The capsule is clearly visible in the picture I took. You can look for yourself.
Thanks for the info.
Please, it's my pleasure. It's all thanks to discerning customers such as yourselves that my efforts yesterday were not in vain.
Well, we figured out where the divine knowledge capsule is. Turns out, it ended up in the hands of Ain el-Ahmar. Let's head back and talk to Al-Haytham. Al-Haytham, we got the info you wanted.
Really? All right. Let's hear it.
Dory even gave us evidence to verify.
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. It must have taken some guts. All right. The person in this picture is indeed Misery, the leader of Ain el-Ahmar. And the glowing red capsule he's... In which case, if we play our cards right, when we confront them next week...
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ain el-Ahmar guys. After we defeat them, we can finally have a serious talk with their bosses.
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again. See you then.
Al-Haytham sure is taking his time. Where could he be? Oh, there he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head to the pier.
Yep.
Al-Haytham. I knew you were crazy, but I didn't know you were crazy enough to actually show up.
It was I who demanded that these negotiations take place. I was more worried that you might go back on your promise. This is turning into quite an occasion. I also brought some backup.
Backup? Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? You've come to support this lunatic? I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish food. Get 'em, boys!
Uh-oh, here they come. Good luck, you two.
Close enough.
No
Where
touching!
do you think you're going?
This is long overdue.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Leave it all to me, as a good knight should.
Academia scum! Boss! Finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can... Boss? Boss! What's wrong?
What happened to him?
We have to cut his Akasha connection, now.
Target acquired. Arrest him.
Do not impede our work. Is that understood, Al-Haytham?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Take him away!
World, forget me.
What in Tibet just happened?
It looks like he used the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
You mean the Divine Knowledge Capsule did that to him? Oh, yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane?
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life going insane. The state that this Divine Knowledge Capsule does appear to be linked to the gods. But beyond that, did you hear what he said? World, forget me.
If the mantra took him away, then that means the Academia got the Divine... Still, Paimon didn't expect the Divine Knowledge Capsule would be so...
As things stand, there is no reason for me to remain in Port Ormos.
Oh, we were so busy trying to find the Divine Knowledge Capsule that Paimon forgot to ask you something.
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to exist outside of Sumeru's entire administration. Most of the time, you... Moreover, since the Academia possesses the Akasha, a symbol of our deity's wisdom, scholars have no reason to desire to make...
Everything about Lesser Lord...
I'm heading back to the Academia. How about...
It's almost the day of the Sub-Zero's festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good. Then we'll part ways here, Al-Haytham, until we meet again.
Now, do I deal with this thing first? Or should I produce the report that the higher-ups require?
reached the Sub-Zero's festival, right? Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad. Paimon thinks she must be around the Grand Bazaar, since she showed us around there last time.
Take it easy.
There she is! Dunyarzad, we're back!
Just as promised, Traveler and Paimon. I'm so glad that you two came back. Indeed. The festival's tomorrow.
There's no need to be nervous. Paimon's sure that Lesser Lord...
Thanks, Paimon. Speaking of which, did you manage to make your...
Of course we went! A lot of things happened there.
I see. If there is another chance.
My lady, if you went to Port Ormos in your current state, we'd both be in for...
Yeah! You were evil!
It's called covert protection. Keeping an ear out for what's going on around...
It's alright, Dia. I merely said I would. The festival's tomorrow. I've been doing nothing but causing trouble for you.
Even when you put it that way, it still doesn't feel...
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Okay, fine, but only tonight. Tomorrow's a big day, and many no-good scumbags are gonna try to take...
Oh, you two must be exhausted from... I've already prepared a room for you to rest.
Whoa, you're so thoughtful. Paimon's so ready.
Take it easy.
Here we are. It's also fairly close to where I've been staying.
It looks really nice.
Not at all. Just tell me more about your adventures when you next get the chance.
That's Paimon's specialty. Paimon can tell you stories next time.
Oh, if you don't mind, how about we all walk around together tomorrow? All of my friends will be working the festival, and Dia is still insisting on her covert protection.
Yeah, it'll be pretty hard to relax and enjoy the festival if Dia's constantly hovering over you, right?
Then let's meet at the nearby bazaar first thing tomorrow morning. Have a great night.
It's a deal. Good night, Dunyarzad.
I may be too excited to fall asleep tonight. See you tomorrow.
Paimon's starting to really look forward to the Sub-Zero festival too. Will there be lots of yummy food? Oh, no. Thinking about food is just gonna keep Paimon up all night. The earlier we sleep, the better. Let's go inside, Traveler. Did we oversleep? We should go meet Dunyarzad right away!
Traveler, Paimon, I've been waiting for you two.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. We must have overslept a little bit.
Not at all. I arrived early. Today is finally here. I must cherish every moment as if it were gold.
You've worked so hard for this day. You gotta enjoy it to the fullest.
You know it. Oh, it's just that, many vendors came out of the blue to support the event, and they insisted on covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
doing this just for the Mora.
They all said that contributing to a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money. Especially since we don't often get to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Ooh, they're selling food over that way! Let's go take a look!
This is a stall offering foods from the Haft Mewa feast.
Oh, you could tell straight away. I thought most people nowadays...
Mushrooms? So, what's the...
It's another Sub-Zero. Generally speaking, the most common selections are foods like Rukashifa mushrooms, lunar lotuses, Sumeru roses, sunset.
So, the Sub-Zero fest...
You don't have to be a vegetarian to enjoy the spread. We just use the 7 foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the den.
Wait, but if that... Then wouldn't the Pyro Archons festival be full of food? Like, oh, Traveler, we have to go to Natlana's...
I hope your wish comes...
Thanks! Alright.
Dear customers, would you like to try your hand at alchemical divination?
What's alchemical divination? Those 2 things sound like they'd be fun to try together.
Right? I thought the same when I first heard about it. It is said to be a mysterious craft invented by none other than
So, how does it work?
It's quite simple. After you give me any 2 alchemical reagents, I'll use them to perform...
Sure sounds random.
That is precisely what we need. After the transmutation fails, your one and only diviner here will interpret the remnants.
Well, according to Lesser Lord Kusanali, everything is interconnected. And all the...
Why does everything sound so much more credible when Dunyarzad says it?
So that's the true wisdom behind it. This young lady sure knows her stuff. Okay, one moment. It's the moon.
Paimon wants to take a look too!
Generally speaking, the moon signifies... It means... Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up?
Oh, I remember now. It means illusions...
Illusions and lies?
Yes, but this book says that if you trust your intuition and overcome...
He's not even trying to hide?
Naturally, fate will only ever show you the beginning of a journey. It is up to you to...
Oh, it's nothing.
Guess that was still pretty interesting.
They say the Sub-Zero's festival was very lively a long, long time ago. Large flower carriages used to parade through the city. As they headed towards Port Ormos, people would throw flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
Dunyarzad's eyes are sparkling right now.
I wish I could have seen that spectacle. But if you ask me, I'm sure Nilu's dance of Sub-Zeros will be just as impressive.
Attention! Soldiers, fall into formation if you want any Yalda candies.
It's a weird guy with a...
Hey! It's Dunyarzad!
Miss Dunyarzad, in the few short days it took to prepare for the Sub-Zero's festival.
The hallowed Night of Flowers.
Attention! In the name of Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, I commend you on your... All right, little soldiers, take your Yalda candies and...
Yes, Knight Ferris!
Just what is...
Ferris, the Night of Flowers, is another Sub-Zero's festival icon. And won a med...
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can make...
As are we to you.
Oh, not at all. Oh, speaking of tradition, do you want some Yalda candy?
Whichever one.
That is the fun part. Each box contains a random flavor. It's...
Ooh, those are...
And there's also lizard tail and...
Huh? What's up with...
Onikabuto is a little spicier than...
Dunyarzad, you tried them before? Traveler, it's alright.
I also believe in your...
Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want? Attention! That's unfortunately only cup.
Oh, Paimon thought you survived so many epic battles because you had incredible luck.
The Sunsetia flavored candy was in box number 4. How about this? The most.
Really?
It's Night of Flowers.
Paimon really wilted the.
They all basically sound the same. We got.
Oh, actually, I just remembered that I left something. Can you come with me to get it?
Dunyarzad, you probably.
Go on.
We're trying too hard.
We're too late. Who knew the little lady was such an early riser?
I know, right?
Oh, that most certainly is. We're in luck. She's walking right into our clutches.
Those Eremites.
Who are you? I don't believe the Homayanis hired you.
That's right. We haven't received any of their mora, but...
They're a gang of kidnappers! Traveler, hurry and protect Dunyarzad!
Hey, did you scumbags even consider that the Homayanis might have hired a merc that outclasses you?
You're... Dia! Dia the Flame Mane! No wonder we mercs haven't heard anything about you for so long. You sold your unruly mane to the highest bidder.
Don't speak so disrespectfully. My family started working with her as gratitude for her past kindness to us.
Don't worry about it, my lady. Just some friendly banter between mercs.
Aren't your claws all dull by now?
Traveler, take Miss Dunyarzad.
No! We're gonna stay and help! There's too many of them!
Please be careful, Dia.
Don't waste your time worrying about me. This is my job.
Take it easy.
Dunyarzad, are you okay? You look...
I'm fine.
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine after some rest. I'm more worried about Dia.
Yeah, don't worry.
My lady, Traveler, found ya.
Dia! You took care...
Any more of them? Or rather, did anyone follow you?
Dia, your arm.
Oh, this? I'm fine. It's just a scratch. Normally, they wouldn't have been able...
Please, let me take a...
Come on, it's nothing. Us mercs aren't as...
Hold on, you said something about a new greatsword.
About that. Well, I sold it.
It can't be. The anonymous donation that was used for...
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad, I wasn't trying to make you cry.
Okay, making your employer cry won't affect your commission.
You're so unreasonable, my lady.
Thank you very much, Dia.
Don't be like that. I get embarrassed really easily.
Are you feeling unwell again, Dunyarzad?
My lady, your condition. Traveler, can you take...
Truly, I'm sorry for the trouble, everyone.
Are you feeling better, Dunyarzad?
Yes, much better. Just give me a few moments and I'll be good to go. I didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret. I was actually born with Elazar. It's terminal now.
Can't believe it's Elazar!
Oh, you've already heard of Elazar. In that case, Sumeru's current medical advancements still haven't been able to find a cure. The disease...
Dunyarzad!
There's no need to be sad. I've always compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this. I know that my family loves me dearly. They've done... Did you know? Before I ran away from... Since I was a child, all I could do was... I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people. To me, there's nothing more, not to mention the incredible time spent preparing for the festival. This way, when my final day does arrive, it will be, at the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world. Right?
As long as you don't forget Paimon. Paimon also won't forget about you. No. Even if you forget Paimon, Paimon will still remember you.
Thank you two so much. I apologize. To be honest, Lesser Lord Kusanali gave me the courage to do all of this. If it weren't for her, thanks. There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets. Oh, right. Isn't it almost time?
Huh?
Isn't the Dance of Sub-Zeros about to begin? It's the... Nilou will recreate that legendary scene with her most splendid... And with that, my wish will all...
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go...
Yeah, we should...
Were you not aware that the law prohibits this type of performance from taking place?
Over there! Someone's...
I think I just saw the Academia's grand...
But the Dance of Sub-Zeros is one of the key parts of
the Sub-Zeros festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious festivals. Only the If you continue to resist, we will have to order... The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency.
How... The Academia was originally responsible for the Sub-Zeros festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. I need to speak with them. This is a hard pill to swallow.
Art. Dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing... Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you wish to defy...
No! I believe that our Archon never rejected the arts. Even...
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbha Day that prohibits public art performances.
Understood. I will inform...
The Sub-Zeros Festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Nilou, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad.
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us and perform there. But how do we let everyone know? Or we could get people to block them off so they can't interrupt the performance.
Nilou, it's all right.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Subs...
It's okay. Seeing you, it would be too risky to continue the Sub-Zeros festival at this...
If you say so. But you can sneak out for the next Sub-Zeros festival.
The next... Yes. Okay. It's a promise.
I can't believe this is how things turned out. Those heartless geezers.
It really is okay. Still...
A lot happened today. It's Nilou and Dunyarzad promised to make the next Sub-Zeros festival a success. Yeah.
All connections have been secured to construct the most stable framework possible. The project is entered its most critical phase.
We're gonna be late! It's all because you wouldn't get... We should go meet Dunyar...
Take it easy.
Good morning, Dunyarzad.
Not at all.
You seem kind of...
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go?
Sure! Ooh, they're selling food over that way! Let's go take a look!
This is a stall offering foods from the Huftmaid.
You are quite well.
They're all plants! Actually, what is...
It's one of the Sabzeruz Festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the...
Elements appear to be...
Really? Paimon thought it looked...
The moon signifies... It's escaping me for now. Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, right. But if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
Understood. I'll keep...
Oh, it's nothing.
Guess that was still pretty... So, where to next?
All right, soldiers. Now that you have...
Yes, Knight Varys!
What's going on? Is the...
Ferris, the Knight of Flowers.
Oh, do you want some Yalda candy?
What's to pick? Ooh!
And there's also lizard
What? Traveler, help!
Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1... Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Paimon bet you had incredible luck, and Paimon was right. Huh? Are you saying that you But now that you mention it, maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
Oh, sure.
Huh? Where are you going? A feeling of... Oh, Paimon knows what that is. In that case, Paimon also... So, why'd you run here in such a hurry? So that's it! You're intentionally doing things...
Welcome, you two! Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat? Got it! You don't look like you're from these parts, but I got us.
Coconut charcoal cake? Isn't it that burned... Oh, Paimon understands what you're trying... Isn't this going a bit too far? How was it? The look on your face is telling Paimon that it tasted off. Then, you mean... That's impossible. So, would this be a case of taste bud deja vu? Paimon also gets the impression that,
You just can't beat the...
Dunyarzad is sitting by yourself on that bench over there. What a coincidence, Dunyarzad. We meet...
Oh, I ran into some kidnappers just now.
Kidnappers?
I'm okay. Dia's arm got...
Whew. That's a big relief.
Not at all. I've always been like this. Excessive besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days...
Paimon doesn't quite follow you, and Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
It really is fine. I don't mind. Huh?
Dunyarzad, have you ever felt
Deja vu? No. But my days have been the same for years now.
Oh, Paimon...
It's almost time.
Huh?
Nilou's Dance of...
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not... When we return, have the scribe draft...
Understood. I will inform...
The Sub-Zeru's festival.
Nilou?
Oh, Dunyarzad.
It's okay.
But you've been really looking forward...
It truly is unfortunate, but I don't want to cause...
True, but...
The next...
Wait.
No, nothing.
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did! So, in the end... maybe it really was because of exhaustion. Same here. Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep? For now, we can chalk things up to exhaustion. We can do more thinking tomorrow.
Observing a modest drop in the output of Jnana energy, but values still remain.
Continue to monitor the variances in the data and find the...
Why does Paimon feel so...
Not at all.
Huh? Paimon thinks you sound...
I'm doing well.
Great idea! Let's get going! Traveler? Hey.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can enjoy... Oh, are you interested? It's not that simple. Each box contains a random... And there's also...
Huh?
No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want? Oh, I like your confidence. No hesitation at all.
Paimon knew she always had incredible luck.
Ah!
What?
That couldn't have been luck. How How is this possible? I packed all mind reading? X-ray vision? Or some kind...
Tell us what's going on! Since when did you get superpowers? Traveler? Hey, where are you? What's going on? Did you see something? Us leaving Dunyarzad without letting her know is kind of... What are you looking for? What? Traveler? That's... Look! That's... Isn't that Dunyarzad? What's happening here? Why are there two Dunyarzads?
You already know that this isn't your first Sabzeruz festival, don't you? I'm sure you already know how to use this.
A knowledge capsule? Where did you get it?
You should use it too, Paimon.
You know Paimon? Well, it... Oh, what the... This is our 20th time at the Sabzeruz festival? Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized. What the heck was inside that now?
Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember.
Let Paimon think. What about...
Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro. And you also have special, sensitive... It was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness. A familiar question. I think this is the seventh. As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad you were just with is that first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left. Looks like you're almost done sorting out your... Oh yeah, I'm Nahida. Good. You passed...
What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you...
Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called the samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all stuck inside the one-day samsara. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, it would literally... I can only give you surface-level help, like bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest of the time, I'll be doing...
She looks like she isn't doing well at all!
If we can break out of the samsara, but as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's a...
You sure love to use...
Analogies are wonderful tools.
They let you use existing knowledge to Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content. Did he mean something more? We've already experienced the Sabzeruz festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara. The moon, illusions, and lies. My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What's happening right now seems to have happened before. That doesn't... The moon, illusions, and lies. My mind feels exhausted, even...
A time loop. You've given similarly wrong answers in the past.
Still the wrong answer? Paimon...
A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena.
Juniors...
The Sabzeruz festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of...
Let's think about our current situation. And to do that, Nahida rejected the idea of a time loop. Paimon's memories say that we've already done this.
Hey, it's you guys again. I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. Huh? What brought this about? What kind of philosophical knot? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find...
He actually has a point. Is this a dream? True. Anyway, if this all really were...
Take it easy. Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person? Ooh, I knew it! I told you.
You're really excited about this, huh?
Help you?
So, you're admitting that...
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on a second. What you just said...
Paimon knew you weren't going...
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you.
When you say it like that, the divination...
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific, the book only says, if you trust your instincts...
So that's how it is. Looks like we haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again? Yeah. At this time...
I'm fine, my...
Perfect timing!
Paimon, Traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in earlier? If someone was protecting Miss Junior's...
You want the Traveler...
How did you know what I was going to say?
We need to say something convincing.
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds. And then she was injured because my mind feels exhausted, even though the moon, illusions, and people in Sumeru don't.
Tell her, Traveler!
I didn't tell anyone about that, including Miss Dunyarzad.
All right, so this...
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly...
She's quieter than usual.
Yeah, she isn't. Her parents said that this is how she was like it.
Huh?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about.
My lady, are you angry? All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad's condition.
The real Dunyarzad?
Huh?
I told you that you two are special.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow. How perceptive. Does she have an...
Miss Dunyarzad, she's like...
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a...
I can sense her aura. There...
Do you believe us now? So, you think the sages are...
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally...
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like...
The Akasha relies on the power of a Gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire population.
A Gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha...
So, this Nahida you...
She said, and Paimon quotes, the Akasha relies on the power of a Gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait... I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for.
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh, yeah. That sounds about right. What do you think?
People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon. Okay, Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a Gnosis to... My mind feels... What's happening right now seems to have happened before. That does...
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from... who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so Who's to say that it can't all—
What's the point of doing something like—
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single massive brain. This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest genius—
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy.
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like—
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway. Traveler!
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definite— We took off our Akasha terminals!
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length.
But we cannot...
Paimon remembers—
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that? But now we can at least confirm one— Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the—
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why the—
If we're lab rats, then what are you?
I guess...
The moon? What?
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth, so you should focus on other things. Don't get distracted and miss any clues.
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday.
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Huh?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't—
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs. Shh! How did you know about my greatsword?
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. It's as if I've already—
You're saying that although you don't remember—
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle.
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue.
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest while you check—
How did you know what I was gonna say?
Forget it. Whew, it's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia— Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just— Do you think the Samsara has been broken?
Really? Good job on all that progress.
Hey!
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge. How many todays has it been? Is it possible that— It's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has—
Okay, no more!
That's why it makes no sense to waste— Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety to keep—
Huh?
Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you...
It's so strange and so against common sense that... Paimon's at a loss for words. Yeah, even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero...
Continue the harvest, compared to what we stand to achieve.
We're still in the same day! Nahida, you already knew last night?
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of it. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't...
Paimon's at the Duke did that! Oh, whatever.
Of course. In the time we've been together...
Paimon's flattered and everything.
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, you two are still the only ones who can see me and sense my presence. In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist.
Nahida's talking about confusing...
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding?
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah! You're right!
So...
Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle memory. All our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, then we would unwittingly relive that same day again and again. The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival many... Mercenaries rely heavily...
Oh! Then the beep we hear every... That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zeru's... But muscle memory can't be erased.
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us...
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost...
That isn't simple at all!
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again?
Right! She did help us find her...
Take it easy.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also...
It hurt? Why?
Well, you're still getting used...
Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange.
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little... Oh, that works!
What happened to you guys while I was gone?
Don't think too hard about it. Just...
Alright then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already...
Yes, your memory's being...
Then I'd have to disagree.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zeru's festival day after day, common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago.
Right! They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day. It's not very likely, but it's also...
No, it is impossible.
You have proof?
You two are surprisingly serious about this Come with me. Miss Dunyarzad? Please...
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden...
See those marks on the dummy? Those, let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by...
That's true, but... What?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of the force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. It's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make...
Is it really impossible? What?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training. Whew, I hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain-exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square... But at least we've reached... Yep, that's true. So... strange? Paimon feels like a... Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really... Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're... How about we go back and ask Nahida?
You're back early today.
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop.
Leaving the city. As far as I remember...
We did? But we don't remember anything.
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time...
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations.
Really? That's kinda strange. In theory, I should have already awakened all your memories.
Yep. Something here is definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of this tomorrow. Our memories are back! About that...
Traveler, aside from your memory, listen to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back! There are countless spaces here. Our Sabzeruz festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days' worth of memories. It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay, let's go.
Why can't we leave the city?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced the lockdown for Sumeru's. Let's go and question. Hello, sir. Why can't we...
Here we go again. Don't ask me. I don't know. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else. Angering me won't get...
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters. This is a good spot. And the gun... Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind? But... What if... Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but... okay. Promise Paimon that you'll come back and please... Memories! Traveler! Paimon, when that Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back! You promised Paimon that you were...
Paimon, calm down. She's...
Paimon doesn't care! Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay! Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day! Okay. Paimon will forgive you.
Okay. Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really happened yesterday? I see. Using two people
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon!
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last...
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something, but this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message?
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well... Okay.
Yep!
I'm done. Here you go.
What?
I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already...
To make something like this? Nahida, you...
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee...
We'll never know until we try. Let's go then. Let's expose those sages. All right. Okay. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed...
Okay, now that you understand what's going on, let's...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty. Except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't...
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the but everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside.
There's another part here. I only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing, one after the other. Absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final... Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Probably because yesterday just
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep.
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's
After the beep, Traveler said...
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city... My impression is that was that space actually the real world? But... That doesn't sound right. Was that space actually...
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the finals later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces Paimon's head is...
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, At its heart, it was just a game, so no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe I'll...
Wow, the Archon War, huh? Hey! Do you want some alone time to think? Alright then, Paimon won't disturb you.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. What?
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time? Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no.
Take it easy.
You're back! I've been waiting. Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate? Okay.
People in Sumeru don't dream. We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's... Okay, Nahida said all the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had... Those spaces remind me of... dreams. Like the one I had in the Avidia... We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Okay, Nahida said...
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but and those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would So people in Sumeru do dream after all.
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha... It is the manifestation of the... The Akasha relies on the... And it grants knowledge to... It compiles the wisdom of...
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest all... But is stealing everyone's dreams real?
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most... In other words, dreams are...
So in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real story is that the sages from the Academia...
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the Samsara?
Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of... My mind feels exhausted. Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. But as soon as that...
thus keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state. But their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sabzeruz festival along with everyone else's. But no one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sabzeruz festival. The dream...
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha...
Very good, Paimon.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real...
Alright, last question.
They say that alchemical divination is the dendro art...
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed it. Now that you mention it, Nahida, it's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yes, those can wait until we're... On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more... You asked me this question before. Now that you know this is all a dream, have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into air. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. Secondly, you're probably that's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. So whenever they wake up in this dream...
Never mind, Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia Forest, but couldn't...
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sabzeruz.
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this?
You might say your mental fatigue has already ended, especially those whose health is compromised to begin with.
People's lives are at stake here, and...
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on
Even you don't know the reason?
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. Traveler, do you...
Grand Sage said, go...
Celebrate the birth of... I didn't... Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no... After we end the Sabzeruz festival...
How can the sages of the
In the end, I'm just the moon.
A sun and a moon? Oh, we're out of time today.
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon Hey! What's wrong, Nahida?
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already...
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe...
She's actually something like a puppet. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer... So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grad...
But personality-wise...
Puppets are stiff, and can't copy a living... You know, speaking of which... The old...
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness.
Yes. Back then, I just gave her a little wisdom, so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still far from it. I'm still a long way off from... I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful...
Please don't beat yourself up over it.
I'm not being...
Don't be like that, Nahida.
To prevent more tragedies like this.
Great, but...
Although the Sabzeruz festival dream is under the Akasha's control, that means this dream belongs to a host.
Huh?
Well, if this is someone... Which means, with the power...
Imagination?
Imagination means breaking through, like when the server at the tavern brings a plate to you. However, if you're the dream's host, the dream will respond in kind. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how, find some way to make that person realize that they're...
How are we going to find them, though? And even if we did find them, after all, like you said...
It's extremely difficult, yes. As for me...
Out of town? Are you going to...
Yes. I want to try... Hurry and go.
Oh, she was such a good person. Yeah, but we mustn't... Paimon's wondering. Do you... Huh. So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense. Let's go ask him.
Take it easy.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time.
Everything's fine. Just,
An experiment? That came...
Could you make a wish?
You want me to make a wish?
Less questions, Mark!
Okay. My wish. Okay.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit... She just doesn't seem like herself. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be fairest Knight of Flowers is...
So...
When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, what she didn't realize was that I'm not that... Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my app. Oh! You...
What?
Fucky? Sorry, but only 1 point. Nice try, you two.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows...
My lady, step...
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yanni's pay me, not you. You... fine. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some backup.
Feeling
I must leave no stone.
Busted.
Born of ice and frost.
You won this one. I'll be back. Need...
No touching.
Off the jungle. I'll take my leave. I'll be back.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Oh, and remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara, she said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying... Yeah, this is the place! Hey, the windows are unlocked! Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open it? Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all, even though she was also busy. She must have wanted to give this if we hadn't found this book. But now that we know, we... Hey! Where are you off to? It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled with...
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living...
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, what? Where are we going this time?
If you continue to resist, we will have... The Grand Sage has already...
How did things turn out like this? Traveler?
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck? Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been? Oh, of course. So they're just...
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage?
Yes.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these...
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct?
Yeah. What's going on? Huh? You guys are acting... Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. Purple body Saras don't exist in the real world anymore. But it's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a... So when you saw the flowers, But if we want to end the samsara, how should we make...
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right.
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. As far
have you heard the tale of the first sage?
Ooh, sounds familiar.
Yep. But in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendroarch. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captive after who knows how long. He mastered. Afterward, he said to the Dendroarchon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children." The Dendroarchon smiled. The next, his wife lying next to him said, "You're off to search for the Dendro." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City.
So, the first sage was dreaming?
Yes. But his faith and determination...
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a real...
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sabzeruz festival is almost over. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sabzeruz as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sabzeruz.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like Paimon's head feels super. Paimon thinks it was the Sabzeruz festival. Have we finally escaped from the Sabzeruz? Quick, take off your Akasha terminal. She's not in her room. What happened? Huh?
Well done, and thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sabzeruz festival for me.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad!
Oh, a traveler, Paimon. I just had a dream. And I saw Nilou perform...
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine and... Dunya...
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else.
Dunyarzad first. It's...
After we parted among the countless dreams, I found once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dream. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. Where both will gradually fade until I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end.
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily?
I thought both are fine. Everyone
All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all,
at the Avidia forest, there was this incense that made the traveler fall unconscious.
You also heard someone's voice, right?
Yeah, so you do know. We've been wanting to...
It seems like the traveler established a connection to Irminsul. As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. The timing...
A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
The Scarlet King? That god who died even longer ago? Some present day
Okay, so...
I still haven't managed. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated. Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. But I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul.
So the tree in the vision was Irminsul? Oh, Tainari! But even if you can't figure out what that vision...
The traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. No, we must decipher its secrets. This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate. To be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness.
How did you do that?
Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're... The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha term, I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, I just borrow this bionic Snezhnayan puppet.
Hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret? What about your own body? Why do you need to...
That story begins a long time ago. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary. However, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata instead of me. A symbol.
So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest?
In some ways, they aren't wrong. And I'm still really far away.
Yeah, you got a lot of believers.
Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly, trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission, and every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom. There's never been any big problems with the Academia's governance. I wonder what caused them to... Even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange, I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha. I think they're deliberately...
Oh, that reminds Paimon. In Gandharvaville, there was...
Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives. You mean how the Akasha...
Yeah, it's been such a...
It's not that no one noticed. It's more like
mystery.
The sages convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of... Even if the truth is that their dreams are... With their propaganda in place. Besides, Greater Lord Rook... Anyway, the perspective by now, even those who never... You got it! I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of... To be honest... Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities for now.
Go and get some sleep.
What a relief.
Traveler?
Maybe you were sleepwalking, you know?
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel.